How you doing, everybody? I I was so gonna be on time today. I had everything all ready and everything, and then stuff comes up. Okay, well, hiya, Geezer and John and Tony and let's see, and Tony again. Hi, Dr. A and B, David, Kevin, Bruce, Chris, ZL. Hey, Tomas, Abdul. Oh, what a great crew today. Oh man. Um, okay, so what's new? Let me do one last check here, and that is to find out if I got any updates from them. Okay. Um, Okie doke. Everybody. Hey, Dwayne, how you doing? There wasn't anything that I was expecting. Well, you never know. Hi, Prague Horology Club. How you doing there? Prague Club. Hey, Kaz. Hey, Kaz, thanks. I got those things. I've been working on them. That's the one reason I'm a little late. Excuse me. Anyway, hi, Lee. What's shaking in Fracking Gold, sir? Okay, great. Yeah. Hey, Kaz, too, if you got any good stories, send those too. Any good Chopek stories. Yeah, the reason I'm talking, one of the reasons I'm talking about Chopek, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but I put up a little vest pocket video yesterday about the sort of how Parmigiani was organized. Not so much for Parmigiani, but sort of more of a sort of brought in a lot of stuff I didn't know about. The hierarchy that they have is all under the wing of the Sandoz family. And for those who missed it, my favorite piece of trivia is that Jacques Droz married Marianne Sandoz back, I think, in 1781 or something like that. And so, I mean, talk about going way back in the Swiss watch business. The Sandoz Family Foundation is huge with that. Anyway, what really started it was that new Chopek that came out, and the new sports watch with the Stairway to Eternity, I think is what it's called. Really cool bracelet. By the way, I got on my Beauvais 1930 today because I wanted it for 7 days. Ever since I've got this watch, it's been a little fast, and I've been really tempted to pop off the back and just tweak the regulator. So I put it on this morning. It had been running a day, and so I checked it, and it was spot on. So maybe it fixed itself somehow. That'll happen because as your springs stretches, it'll slow it down a little. And mine was fast, and so maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Either that or I magnetized it, or who knows what happened. But it was spot on today, so I'll check during the week. But it's one of those watches that's a lot of fun to wear, and so I thought, well, heck, I wore my my Moser, my H Moser for a week, and so this guy gets a week. Of course, all my other watches are having a fit because they don't get worn in the normal rotation. News. I got an email from, who was it? The Irwin, I can't say it right. UWD, the people who make the Langenheim branch that makes the movements. And what I was concerned about was that I have all of the specs on the UHW 33.1, which I put up on a High Horology Lounge for everyone. Then I got to thinking, if you're going to have a center second, I bet that that's going to be a little thicker. And so I better check that out. So I sent him an email, and he said, well, our and it's really hard for him right now because, some guys are at work, some guys are at home, some guys are God knows where. All right. Things are really cranking around in strange ways. So I got a hold of them, and they said, okie doke. The width of the center second is the same, which is great because what this would do would give us options. Let's say if we got that one, if we decided to go with it, then we could get a case made by Voutier-Lannon and Keilen, and we could use it for either one of those. Now, I got to thinking more about it. I thought, well, I wonder if there are even other movements that could be used, if you could find one with similar dimensions. What do you guys think of that? Tony, yeah. The Watch Fairy adjusted yours overnight. Oh, thank God for my Watch Fairy. my Watch Fairy godmother. Oh. Yeah, what did I hear from? No, I haven't heard from Vaucher. Come to think of it, John, let me, I'll have to, I've gotten real busy suddenly. Busy in a good way. And some of you know what that means. So anyway, I should follow up on that. I did hear something from him, and I think it was one of those things, we'll get back to you. There was a problem with their automatic gizmo coming back to my email for some reason. Now, I know enough about software development, and especially online software development, to know that it's not my my system. It needs tweaking. But sometimes they'll have certain ones recognized. Microsoft is famous for wanting everybody to make sure it's a Microsoft. I don't know. Google's probably the same. I don't know. And Apple, of course, they own everything that the other two don't own. We're slaves to the corporation. Anyway, so that I think is sort of where we are right now, which is limbo. But the good thing about it is that we've got until October when the 33.2 comes out. So it's not like, if we don't get something today. And I was thinking of bugging Agenor again, because it had a really great communication with Nicholas Wiederreck, and then all of a sudden it stopped. Now, that could be for lots and lots and lots of reasons. They could have a big job they're trying to get done, and they don't have time for the little people. I don't know what it is, but I hope to hear from them. That would be super cool if we got one of their movements. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, back to Chapek. The reason I got interested in Chapek is that Otto Kalpa is the maker of hairsprings and balances. And they had Chapek had on their new watch, Anthrodite, I forgot what, it's not the Anthrax, it's something like that though. That their new watch, a really cool watch. So they had a list of all these names. I went through there, and as soon as I saw Atakalpa, I checked on it. Well, I found this one movement or one of the balances that Atakalpa made, and then I looked at the one that's on the new Chapek, exactly the same. And well, but Chapek had talked about that anyway. So one of the things that I wanted to, hi, old bud. Yeah, Vasseur is closed. I think that part of the problem. That is part of the problem. Some of them are sort of semi-closed. On the one hand, they have some guy there who says, okay, well, do this from home and, take care of it, and then we'll, I don't know. And other ones, who's ever around, or God knows what's going on. See, this this is one of the things I think that this COVID-19 plague has caused is a disruption, even though nobody has, is dead with it in an organization. Even though God knows a lot of people have died, but it just these kinds of things that we just have to be patient with, and you have to be patient with them anyway. And I think during this time we have to be more patient. So, anywho, how you doing, Hughes? Let's see. Okay, just had Shake Shack delivery, missing vanilla milkshake and ice cold burgers and fries. Behind the office was already miserable enough. Oh my God. Yeah, but listen, geezer, that English cooking. I think there was, from my experiences, I got to know a lot of Indian food when I was there. Anyway, hey, Mark, how you doing? It's really early for you, Mark. Zenith will be open soon. Yeah, I think this is one of the things. This has been a great time for planning, because we've all been, we've had a lot of things to make up our mind about, and so Agenhor, that may be the thing on them too. Hey Lee, what's up? Yeah, but the thing is, Mark, it's sort of like, I do it, but there's two reasons I'm always hesitant. All right. Well, there's actually one reason I'm hesitant. The main reason is that I don't want to bug them to the point where they sort of get miffed and said, "Look, we were thinking of doing this for you as a favor." So, but and just sort of like, don't bother us kind of thing. Or it's like kids in the back seat. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And I don't want to be that. But on the other hand, if I can gently sort of say something, maybe some time frame in the future. I don't know. Hey, Karas, how you doing? Lee, I tell you, apology accepted, because I had to apologize too. I was a few minutes late, even though I planned ahead. I really did. So anyhow, don't bug them too much. You start emailing every week, they'll start regretting. Yeah, exactly. That's Hughes. That's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly. So anyway, I got an email from the guy at Uhrenwerk Dresden, okay, UWD, and he said, this guy X will send you something about the full one, but he told me that the width is the same. So the thing is that that's not crucial, because we have all of the specs for the 33.1. So I have a feeling that the specs for the 33.2 are going to be very similar. Yeah, yeah, no kidding. Okay, Swiss people are sensitive. It's like the English and the Americans. We're sensitive little flowers. We are. Yeah, no, it's like, here you have a, business-wise, this has been rough, really rough, and a lot of you obviously know that more than I do. It's been terrible on businesses, and there's the planfulness of it, and everything else has been sort of not too good. At least here. In other places, I know Germany has been much more systematic and much better. Czech Republic, it's been excellent. I looked at the specs on Sweden. It didn't look like the number they had is terrible. And that's too bad, because I wish it had worked out. We got herd immunity, but they don't. They got some problems. Mexico right now is going through a terrible time. So is Brazil, and I don't know. Got to push that aside. We got to talk about watches this morning. All right, what's new? Yeah, there's always that. So what else is up, guys? Anybody get a new watch lately? How about you, old bud? You talked about, didn't you get a Zenith recently? I know Mark is looking at some watches. How about the Prague? How about the Prague Horology Club? Is it me, or does Zenith add 1,000 to all models? I don't know. They may have. God knows what they did. Hey, Prague, Prague, let me ask you something. What are the favorite watches that the Prague Horology Club people in that club like to collect? Anything different than what the rest of us, the hoi polloi that we collect? Or is it pretty much the same, or is there there's some interesting not Swiss, but Czech watches, if I'm not mistaken. Hi, Abdul. Where you been? You've been lost in the Black Forest again, Abdul. Let's see. Oh, Prim. That's it. That was the one. You know, I got to do a little video on Prim. That I think that would be a thing to do at time. We have I've got a different one for tomorrow. There's let's see. Rodriguez, does Rolex worth 15,000? Well, you know, none of the watches we buy are really, we shouldn't pay what we pay for any of them. It really comes down to you. If somebody in this group says that watch is worth 15,000, you know, that's one thing. Now, if I get my Air King that I'm hoping to get, or my Prince, or something else that is unmentionable among most Rolex owners, are they worth 15,000? Probably not. On the other hand, I guess Rolex people have their own economics, because that's how a lot of the value of the watches is based on something other than horological value. Let me put it that way. I kind of still want the same watch for the end of the year. Oh, hey, Hughes, what is that watch you want for the end of the year? Prim's a bit expensive. Okay. Yeah, we're used to that. We have no sense at all when it comes to watch prices. Let's see. I'm now saving for a Zenith Shadow. Oh, bud, I don't know if that's a good watch, but it's a great name. I love that name, the Zenith Shadow. There's a Rolls Royce called the Silver Shadow. Silver Shadow wasn't one of their better ones. But the Zenith Shadow, I have a feeling it is, because it's got such a cool name. Probably got something out of Defy Labs. Guys cooking up something new. That sounds like fun. Last time in Prague, I went to Prim Shop. Definitely worth the video. Okay. Is it true that high-end makers regulate their watches to gain 1 second a day? I don't know, Roger. You know, they could adjust it one way or the other, and it was going to take some bumps. The most accurate watch I have in my entire collection, and it's been through a lot, is my Harboring 2 Felix. That thing is still the most accurate watch I have. And you know, you guys, here you got these guys. You got Richard Harboring and his wife Marie, and they're sitting there, and every watch that goes out is a personal statement about Richard Harboring. And if I were making watches with my name on it, I would, well, of course, with my name on it, I'll probably have fun with it, but I mean, for a real watchmaker, a master watchmaker like Richard Harbring, I'd want to make sure it's really good. But the thing that surprised me, it's been good for so many years. I mean, every time I wind it up, set it, let it run out the spring, throughout the whole charge, it keeps perfect time. It's an amazing watch. Hey, Hodinky is a Hodinky is a Czech word for watch. That's very cool. Okay, we're gonna find out about Prim watches. I know a little about them. I have heard of them, and back when I used to I used to have photography as a hobby, and I used to get all these Czech enlargers that were really cool. They had these cool looking enlargers, so I bet they make good watches too. You have two Prims, one that produces cheap Chinese watches, and the Prim originals start from about 4,000 euro. Okay, that's good to know. So you got well, I wonder how they have it. They have two Prims sitting next to each other. Um, this one's our Chinese version, $200. Here's the ones that we make in Prague, 4,000. I don't know what kind of marketing scheme they have, but I love it. This is what I was thinking. The other day, Benjamin Chi, who is the head of that something Ateliers that I can't pronounce. I wish he called it Ben's Watches. That would have been easy for me. But anyway, he does what Ben does is to get these watches, watch parts. He gets really good watch parts. Like he gets good cases. He gets good movements, and he gets good dials and hands. Puts them together and has a reasonable price. So yesterday he said, "How about this? What do you like better, a tourbillon or a remontoir?" So remontoir. And so he says, "I'm going to have he's putting together a watch with, God, who is it? Streller and somebody else. I mean, these guys are like top-notch watchmakers." And he said, and it's going to have both a remontoir and a tourbillon in it. And I said, "Well, could you keep it under 10,000?" He said, "The case is going to cost that much because he wants to have a platinum case." I said, "For crying out loud, what do you have a platinum case for? Have a steel case." We know Opium, time their whole kit, including a Voutilanen and Callan cases, what, around $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, something right in there. I said, where do you figure that the case is going to be 10,000? Well, we're going to have a platinum case. You don't need a platinum case, and you don't need a tourbillon. I can get a tourbillon from my guy in China. The good folks at Perpetual. Unfortunately, they're having some kind of blow up in China, in Hong Kong right now. Something that always messes things up. Anyway, if Ben could put together a $10,000 remontoir, man, I tell you, I'd be first in line. Trouble is that the last one I wanted, I still would love to have, was $50,000, and that was that wonderful Gronfeld. FPJ, FP Jorn has one. He has two now. The new Resonance watch has both remontoir Egalite plus resonance, and it was $130,000. See ya. But if Ben could put together a watch with a remontoir Egalite and a case, I mean, a case by Callan and Voutilanen and Callan is going to be a beautiful case. Make it out of steel. Have a beautiful steel case rather than jack up the price way beyond where you have a already greedy market. Us. Okay, enough of my editorializing. Okay, let's see. No, Mark, my name's not going to be on a watch. It's the only name I want to have. I still like the Cashmere Hours. I like that name. That's in honor of my goat because that's for Bruce. Bruce is a goat fan, and he sticks up for my goats. My neighbors are goats. Okay. Oh man. Oh, bud, that doesn't sound. I hate it when they do that. Of course, what do I know? You know, I'm not the business end. I'm the avarice collector end. Hey Hans, what's up? And obviously, hello, Bill. Oh yeah, there's the old guy. Hello, Bill. I love it. Hey Johnny, let's see. Our Montreal district has Zenith, El Primero, Defy Labs in stock. Very cool. In the office today and had cold burgers and fries. Geezer, you're back in your office. Well, I think that's good. It sounds good. True Junior, I think all these mid-luxury makers are trying to create a wait list. It's a shame for the rest of us. Ridiculous, frankly. You know, though, True Junior, we got to remember, you know, we got quite a bit of power because we're the ones that are doing the buying. You know, you say, hey, we're not going to put up with that. And True Junior says so. And we listen to him. Are you all back in the office then, Geezer? Just for today. Okay. How about the bear watch? My bear. I showed you guys a picture of my latest bear that came by the other day. God, he was a big one. I didn't print it out. Mark, I finally found it. You didn't tell me you put it with the other ones. And now, if I put that name on a dial, remember these are not the happiest memories for a lot of people. You want to have something with happy memories. Oh, let's see. Having marinade chicken butter fried with fresh shredded salad. Ooh, that does sound good. Okay, good. True Junior is not getting on the list. That's good to hear. I don't, you know, there's, I think, like you said, there's too many good watches to put up with some kind of waiting list. Oh, we have a waiting list. Now, having said that, there's something very different. The Chopek, the new Chopek, and I'm out of time, but let me say this. The new Chopek is set up on a subscription basis. Not a waiting list, but more like a subscription. If you want this watch, here's our subscription. And they spelled subscription just like Breguet did. And so it's like soup scription, something like that. And so you can get that Breguet, not Breguet, but a Chopek watch. Wouldn't that be cool? For not a waiting list, but for a subscription, something like that. Anyhow. Okay. Okay. Geezer, you got to understand something about Lee. Lee is from Oklahoma. And there's a thing between the people who live in Oklahoma and Texas. Okay. And so you can't believe anything that anybody from Texas says about Oklahoma or anything anybody from Oklahoma says about Texas. Oh, man. Got to get to the office. Have a great day, everyone. Okay, Tony, everybody else, I got to get to some information real quick. Everyone be safe and take care.